4. And everybody, go fire up the YouTube. 2. Hey, everybody. Really stoked to be here with you. Welcome to Easy Street in the heart of Lad City. We are over in Lad City at the Discord live right now. There are airdrops going down, gifts coming up in the chat, all sorts of great content over there, from DeFi to gaming to art to music, everything blockchain, the markets, a lot of great stuff. So if you are watching, following along on YouTube, we appreciate you there. Definitely appreciate a thumbs up and a follow, but would also love to see you come get deeper involved in the metaverse at Lad City. All you have to do is type in ladz.city in any browser, and that will take you over to the invite into the Lad City Discord. So yeah, we got lots of great content here on the YouTube, as well as even more over in the Discord. Hope that you'll come join us and join the tribe, our Vibe Art tribe. All right, lads, we're going to kick the show off. We got an amazing guest for you today. A good friend of mine, Kane Mayfield, phenomenal rapper, crazy, funny dude. I don't even need to say much because you're about to get to know him yourself, and I have a feeling you're going to love it too. So, Kane, welcome to the show.
Okay, let's start this conversation off with how you rug pulled me, right? So Easy rug pulled me because he says, hey, Kane, we met up in Miami. We had a great time. I thought we had great camaraderie. He's like, hey, man, I want to invite you over to Easy Street, which I assumed is some sort of a house of burlesque. I thought there would be loose women about and alcohol and my choice of narcotics. I didn't know what I thought, but I thought it would be, I didn't know it would be the internet. I thought it would be a thing where he and I went to go debauch ourselves. And he tricked me, and he said, "Oh no, we're gonna talk on the internet." I'm like, "Well, we always talk on the internet." Oh, I thought this was gonna be like a fun day out, but no, this is still good. This is still good. I'm
full of tricks, but and I will have to now, like, one day take you to a burlesque show or something like that, you know, so we can be back on some more even standing. But I'm really glad you found your way over. It was a little hairy there for people just listening in. We literally just got him in the nick of time because, you know, navigating Discord can be a little bit crazy, especially when we're throwing some like crazy settings up in there to block your game. So we barely got him in here for the show. After we had another metaverse hunt today, which you had a little trouble, I guess, getting there, but you got there. You found it.
I'm not a puzzle master like you and your friends. I can't spell. If you ask me to spell out loud, I will get offended and throw a chair like public school. I can't spell, and apparently I'm not good at puzzles and like scavenger-esque situations. So when he tried to scavenger me, right, I didn't like it. I felt scavenged, and I'm running around crypto voxels, and I realized that my character doesn't have it. So for another thing, crypto voxels rug pulled me because you go in there and everyone has their fly outfits on. And I'm essentially butt naked, which is fine if we're at that house of burlesque thing again. But it's not a swinger party; it's an internet party, and my character should have some pants on. So I'm running around with no trousers, looking for secret rap treasure, and I can't find it. And my girl's helping me, and I'm still failing. And it was very fucking frustrating. And you and Lucy and Rizzle and all you fucking tricksters with your chicanery and your slickery, and just give me the thing, man. Just give it to me. I want it. I just want to have it. And you trick me and you make me go through a trap door to get it, and you remind me that I'm bad at school.
Well, we do have to get some clothes on that naked avatar body. You know, it's true. A lot of us roll with like whole petting zoos behind us. But that's part of like experiencing the metaverse. You go in and you're like, wait a minute, why am I this like just shiny naked avatar, and everybody around me has like hats and animals and jackets and like crazy flames coming off them or all this crazy stuff. But then people, you know, you start getting hooked up. Maybe a friend drops you a little wearable, or you win a contest and these things, and you start stacking them up. And excitingly, actually, the wearable market was dead for quite a while. Like, it feels like it was a year. I don't know if it was that long, partially because of like the Ethereum gas and all that stuff. They got too expensive. Now Decentraland has opened up wearables where people can design and submit, And then Crypto Voxels has been opening it back up finally too. So there's going to be we'll get you some nice fancy duds, so you don't have to be all embarrassed when you're naked in Crypto Voxels in the near future.
If you all want to look at my digital schlambone, I'll let you. I'm just saying I normally charge for that because I'm not a whore. I'm a promiscuous young lady, and that's the difference. That's the difference. I'm not charging you, but I want you to feel like you got to earn it a little bit. You got to work a little bit for it. And by the way, shout out to Classy J. It is a trick. I call shenanigans on him and all his damn friends for making me feel like public school again.
Let's dive in, because I want the people to get to hear a little bit about what you're doing right now in the space, because you came in like really diving deep. It's only been what, a couple months since you discovered the space? Is that about right?
It's only been, I mean, you were the first person I met, so I think I've known you for like what, 2.5, 3 months.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it's been like, so it's like drinking out of a fire hose at first. So shouts to Rare Skrilla. He kind of tapped me for it in the beginning, and he said, hey, anyone who knows Rare Skrilla, he does DJ Pepe stuff, and really, really amazing artist and producer and super hip hop guy. I know him from rap as DJ Skrilla, but he's a whole different dude over here. And he's like, he speaks pure blockchain, so I didn't understand nothing he was saying. He's like, yeah, man, just get your sushi wrapped in some pancakes and make sure you get your MetaMask on your face. And I'm like, fucking what? So I had to learn all these words, and then I learned what I'm actually saying, and I'm like, oh shit, this is great. So I go diving in, and it's been 20-hour days for the last 2.5 months, just trying to learn everything I can. And the fun part about the space that I just love is, like, because it's so new, everyone's really helpful. And if you look for something, because we like to make things make sense, so you reach for where the spice cabinet would be in another scene, and there isn't one. Well, fuck it, build one. So I went looking for Crypto Voxel clothes earlier today after the treasure hunt, and I was like, well, I think I'm gonna build Crypto Voxel clothes. I'm gonna start fucking building clothes, and I downloaded a program, and I'm gonna do that for the rest of the night. I'm going to try to build virtual clothes, and it's probably going to be messed up and ugly, but I'll figure it out. And all this is just so cool. So I've been working on that. I've been bringing the music over, and I love the music part. We have a song called Money Badger, which is an async project, so it's a programmable NFT. I'm rambling a little bit, so don't mind me. It's a programmable NFT, so listener can customize their experience. So if you want to hear, like, if the market's down, there's a version of the song called Rug Pull by Willie Ways. It's like, don't get caught up in the rug pull, which is really dope. If you just want to hear some boom bap rap, my man Kane has called Proof of Work. And if you're feeling bullish as fuck, then there's me. And that song is called Cryptology. There's 3 different beats, there's 3 different drums, and there's 27 different combinations. So you can just mint the version you want. Or if you're a big boss hog whale, just buy the whole master. Do what you want with it.
Shout out to Async Art. I love the programmable music. And like you said, you're like, oh, I don't know anything. I just got here. And then you're like, the programmable NFT state is up when the market's up. And no, I'm just fucking with you. But it's but seriously.
Funny. You know why you're laughing? Because you remember what I sounded like.
I do.
You were there.
I was just going to say, like, dude, like a month ago, you're like, I don't get this flux capacitor shit. Just like, tell me where to go and what we do. And you're obviously absorbing this shit because you've also been putting out like really interesting ways to connect with the fans that are getting your NFTs, like the unlockable content video. Do you want to give a little bit of the story on that one?
Absolutely. I have a song called Identity that is no longer anywhere, because I've taken it and hidden it in the metaverse where it belongs, where you guys can have it. You're you, so I'm gonna give you the real that I don't give other. I don't lie, but I just, I obfuscate some certain facts. I'm a middling rapper, man. I'm nobody. I was never famous. I'm a Z-list celebrity. And if you were around at a certain point in time, I could look semi-famous depending on where you were, but that's not fame. That was just me I had mild notoriety. But I can rap. I can really, really rap. But the rap industry is hard. But I tried my hardest and I made some dope art. But some of those tries came up with things that didn't exactly work at the time. And my label was very protective of me. They never wanted me to hurt myself. And I was never desperate for anything, but I just wanted to make the best art possible. So anything that I super believed in, I got very zealous, blindingly so. I don't care what the repercussions are. I want to tell the truth. So I have a song called Identity, which is about bullying and how sex workers are people, like how prostitutes aren't a hole you rent. That's a human fucking being. Like anything nice and treat people with dignity and respect. I joke about burlesque and shit, but I really don't. I just be joking. So I made this video and I paid for it. I paid $4,000 for it. And when I turned it into the label, it's not a rap video like a rap video. It's like a art piece. I'm not in it. I don't need to be in it. The message needs to be in it. That's more important than me. And my label said, you're not famous enough to not be in your own video. So my response is, you can put me in front of a car I don't own with some rented jewelry and some ugly clothes with pimping and shit later. Like I don't, this is important. I want to do this. And they said, no, it was a back and forth. But while that back and forth is going on, the Parkland shooting happened. And in the video, and anyone who owns the NFT has the unlockable content, you've seen the video, it's visceral. There's repercussions. That kid gets bullied and he responds to it by pulling out a water gun. And when the water leaves the gun, and it's a black and white video, when the water hits the other kids, it turns red. So you see these kids laying on the ground with red on their shirt. It's a shocking image if you're not ready to see it. And they go, well, now that's definitely not fucking coming out. And I said, well, now is why it definitely should come out. I mean, you don't see that. And we fought and the vote was 2-1 against. There's 3 of us, me, Dwayne, and Brandon, and I lost. That rule, that clause in my contract was set up to protect me. It was set up to protect me from, because I try shit. I'm experimental. I'll try songs that are god awful, that should never see the light of day. And it's there for veto power. So that as long as I can sway one of them to, I don't want this to come out, please don't do this, then it won't come out. That rule was never used against me before. And it was I didn't take it well. I was very upset. So I've been sitting on it because contractually I can't put it out. I contractually cannot upload that video anywhere. But if I sell an NFT and give you access to my cloud drive, that's a whole different thing. Because you're not buying access. You're buying my NFT. You're getting access as a consolation prize. I can share my computer with who the fuck I want. So, and you can download it. You can do what you like after that. It says it in the NFT. I don't know what you do with it. It's none of my business. And I got a phone call. He's like, hey, man, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm preaching contract. That's what I'm not doing. So that was the how that worked out. But once that I did that was my first NFT. That was my Genesis. That was my first NFT anywhere on anything. And I made 10. And I sold 5, or 5 got sold and distributed and so forth. And then I learned about burning. And I, as an artist, I come from everything in this space is counterintuitive for me. Everything seems like I'm breaking the rules or I'm doing something wrong. And I don't, it's a weird feeling. So burning, first of all, making 10 of them, I want to make 10 million of them. Everyone needs to get it. Like that's music. You want to push this shit to fucking everybody. So 10 seems crazy. And then burning, it's like burning my CDs. I didn't want to do, but I did it. That shit felt great, yo. That shit felt orgasmic. I didn't jerk off, but I should have. I felt like it was warranted. Burning those last 5 felt like, yes, Magic. I was and rub one out crazy and stroganoff because that shit felt fucking phenomenal. And I didn't care. And I felt so free. I just started making more. And by some grace of dumb luck or fucking stupidity or people liking me or whatever the case is, people like it and they buy it. For me, I'll be honest, and this is not something you should say to people, but you don't have to buy my NFTs. You really don't. If you see them and you watch them, like there's one right now that's up, there's 2 left. It's called The World We Live In. I'm going to say it again, and I shouldn't say it, but you don't have to buy it. Just listen to it. Look at it and listen to it. I made that. I made that by hand. If you like it, just tell me you like it. That resonates as much as money. I swear to fucking God it does. Yeah, money's cool and all that shit, but I've had money. I've blown money. I've been a stockbroker. I've been a mortgage broker. I've been a money guy before. I've had no soul and mad money and no conscience and no scruples and losing friends and not caring and fucking up relationships. I've been that guy. I just like for people to like my art. And when that happens, I get compensated more than money. And that's a terrible thing to feel, but man, I don't know, man. Yo, I feel I told the Async lady and in Miami at the Bit Conference, and I said it to her, and I really meant it. And I had my artist band on. By the way, I didn't know them drinks was free. Like them shits was free. Yo, I had an artist band on. Them shits was like $17. Going is expensive. And I showed him my band. I said, the last time I wore an artist band, it felt like a handcuff. And now it feels like I'm free. I want to just thank you for that.
That's heavy.
So, all y'all, like anyone out there who can hear me or listening or whatever, whether you buy my wares, where I'm shilling my wares, whether you buy the wares I'm shilling or not, if you listen to it and you like it, and you tell me you like it, yo, son, that means as much as you buying it. Like, to me, no, T-Mobile don't give a flying fuck if you like it, but I care, and that. Fuck them, because they'll cut my phone off if I don't give them.
Dude, that's real. Like, I can attest to this, because I got and it was someone that I thought I was following on Twitter, and I wasn't. It was actually Jack's Jazz, and I was like, oh my god, how am I not following them? Because I went to like retweet one of their tweets I have before a bunch of times, and so I followed them, and excuse me, they, I guess, weren't following me either. They followed me back, and then they sent me or they tweeted out a message like saying how much they loved my art, because at the top of my Twitter I have a little thing that's like, I never really show my art, but if you want to check it out, here it is. And like that made my day, having somebody, you know, make the effort to go look at my stuff and then say, wow, like, this is amazing, I love your art, or whatever the words were. Like, that had a physical component to it, like, inside me. Whereas, yeah, of course, when I sell an NFT, the rare days I make a sale, I'm like, woohoo! But it's not the same meaning. Like, there's positivity there, but it's not as deep or important, really. So, I mean, yes, the money's, you know, important. It's good. We all need it to buy our food and pay the rent and, you know, the clothes and all that. But when people reach out to you and tell you how much they appreciate your art, it is heartfelt. And, you know, I've known Kane for a while, and being a very open, straightforward person also, I think, lends itself to this space. I mean, you've got a lot of kind of like yes men out there and all the new NFT stuff, but coming in and diving deep for like 2 months straight, you know, 20 hours a day to figure out what all these terms mean, to figure out what you can do with unlockable content, to look at different platforms. And we've had many calls where Kane will call me up and be like, yo, what about his? Like, you got some time? I want to talk to you about like a couple of these different platforms or whatever. And we just jam on stuff, and I really enjoy it. But, you know, mad respect to just like sticking to your values, grabbing onto that freedom when you felt it, you know, cutting out the middleman and being able to have the creative and financial freedoms that the NFT and crypto space provides. Like, you're doing it right, bro. That's my opinion.
Well, let me tell you something real. And this is just, you know, that's not, you know, that's not right. That's real. But let me tell you something really real. I bother the fuck out of Easy. I bother him. I bother Louie. I bother Boo Man. Because I can't talk to my fucking friends. Like, y'all are my friends, don't get me wrong, but people I've known for 20 years that I talk to on a very consistent basis, I'm MIA as fuck right now because I'm Skrilla to them. When I first started talking to Skrilla, I thought he was fucking with me because he speaks pure, but he's been down since 2012. He's bananas. His mind don't work the same as mine when you're uninitiated. I'm starting to become that to the point where I stop explaining to people. I get it. So I have to stop myself and keep explaining. I reached back for some of my base. And just to speak to what you just now said, I reached back for some of my base because I have fans. I don't have tons of them, but I have fans. And I love my fans because they love me and I'm vain. You know, they held me up high when everyone would rather have forgotten that I ever existed. I left. I put out what I thought was a great album, The Return of Rap. If you go to my link tree or whatever, it's on there. I can post it in the chat if anyone wants to hear it. But I put out what I thought was a great, amazing fucking album. And fuck that. It is an amazing album. It still is an amazing album. That song we played tonight on Bullish and Bearish over until this morning, that came from my album. That's one of my songs. I love that song. Point is, I also lost both my parents in 1 year. I'm from the 90s. I'm 39, man. I'm born in 1981. I don't deal with trauma like a normal person. I internalize it and I tell myself I'm tough enough and I push forward, but I wasn't tough enough. I broke. I didn't want to sing songs anymore and I ran away. I ran away to Florida, then Mexico for like almost 3 years. And I didn't want to come back. I was Peter Pan. Those motherfuckers still kept my name ringing. Still bringing me up in conversations, tagging me in posts and arguing with people on the internet for me. I love them. So I reached back for them. And I said, hey, man, why don't y'all come over here and I help some of them set up wallets? And I'm still doing that. But that's not real. Not for real. Not for me. This space is comprised of people who don't know who I am. So if I just try to build my own little fake fucking world with my people who buy my shit, that's not real for me. If I'm not contributing actively to the space, whether it's answering a fucking question on Clubhouse or retweeting somebody on Twitter or just explaining something in a Telegram chat, which I'm not that smart. I can't explain very much to anybody. But if you're new, I sound mad smart. If you've been around, I'm fucking idiot. You'll know I'm a fucking idiot once you hear me talking because I say shit wrong. But I call it I say words wrong. I call it a Pope. Let me get my Pope. POAP. I like POAP. I really like the POAPs, by the way. Point is, I want to do something that makes the people in this space proud. So the crypto rap thing, I'll be honest, a lot of crypto rap sucks.
Yeah.
Let's have a fucking real conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of crypto rap sucks. It's not because it sucks because they're bad people. I'm sure they're lovely humans and they love their grandma. But nobody that's hearing my voice right now is jumping in your fucking car, jamming out to Hodl Gang. You're not doing that. It's not fucking real. So it's not their fault. They're crypto people trying to rap. I'm a rapper trying to crypto. Trying my hardest. Not that smart. I'm real good at that rap part. And what I tell you is, and I figured this out at BitCon when I'm demoing the song for people and doing all this shit. I said, look, when y'all have a good day, the market's up, you're doing good, a bitch swiped you, right on Tinder, whatever it is, right? Whatever makes your world sound a little better, a little brighter that day. You jump in your car or your Lambo if you're doing really well. I saw a Bitcoin wrapped fucking Lamborghini down there. Fucking niggas got way too much money. But when you're jumping in your car, you're either listening to rap or EDM. Let's be clear. And if it's rap, that's cool. But we're 15 years deep in trap and drill. Like, you're not a drug dealer. They're not talking about your thing. You're listening to someone talk about being a drug dealer. And there's nothing, I know, not being funny, all my friends are drug dealers. It's the environment I come from. My friends sold drugs. I don't glamorize it because some of them are dead. It doesn't make me happy because some of them are I was just talking on fucking Instagram. Lord knows how they got a phone, but he facing another 15 years. I love him to death, but he ain't coming home no time soon. That's what the streets is to me. And the fact that I lyrically crutch off of the street shit makes me a sucker. Let's be real. I'm a sucker for that. Because I'm not risking my life. I'm not risking my freedom. I'm just rapping a fucking song. That makes me a coward. So why is it so much different for me to crutch off the block chain as opposed to the block? So that's what I want to do. I can make, if you jumped in your car and you put on some drill, but they're talking about your thing, but it sounded dope. How is that not better? It's your thing. So I want to make that. If I fail, I fail, but I'm gonna fucking try. That's why I'm at.
Dude, I'm super bullish on. I mean, most of the people here know I'm very bullish on the music crypto space. Whether that's encompassing audio NFTs, ways to be able to get people royalties easier, streaming but connected to the blockchain. There's a couple of places that are trying to get it right. But I am extremely bullish on you, Kane, busting out some actual dope, cryptographic blockchain flows, because you love to work in those deeper meanings into your flows too. I mean, I know from Cypher, I know from hearing some of your content, there's a lot of the double entendres. There's meaning hidden there that you could also just listen to it and be like, oh, that was dope. But you could also be like, wait a minute, like I think I heard this and that, and that's making me think. So there's a level there besides just flashy rap, like what you were saying. A lot of these rappers are talking about how gangster they are and all this, when they've never lived a day on the street. They never had to rob somebody, or maybe they sold some drugs when they were young or whatever. But like it's a persona that a lot of the mainstream hip hop adopts to be cool. But think how actually cool it would be to have like genuine content about what's going on in this space and be able to bump it and be able to like provoke thought in people about it, about their financial security and freedom, about their creative freedoms, about the things that we discuss on these type of shows. And when we jump in the metaverse and hunt for stuff, like this is all kind of in the background, the movement, the revolution here that we have access to. And it's, yeah, there's real shit going down.
But it's socially acceptable to do that. It's socially acceptable to crutch off of that. But let me make it. I'll bring it all the way home for you, right? When someone, and we've all at this point, and again, I know I'm very, very new. I know I'm new. I'm not gonna overlook the fact that I'm brand fucking new. When I talk to people who don't know shit, I tell them I'm a month and a half, 2 months ahead of you. That's all. My month and a half, 2 months involves 20-hour days. Me and my girl almost broke up because of this shit. Like, she's like, what are you doing? No one understands, right? I get that. You can't talk to other people because they don't get what you're saying. I'm in, right? I'm in it. I live it. I breathe it. I dream this shit, which is even scarier. The point I'm making, right? We've all met that person that pretends they know what they're talking about when it comes to crypto. And you can usually tell the difference 15 to 25 seconds in. You can tell. Anyone who's into the crypto anything, when you're in the blockchain, when you're in this space and you are really of it, you know someone's making up shit. Yeah, I got my coin. This is what you get, some fucking Doge on Robinhood. Shut up. You're not fucking real. You're not. Show you know.
Yes, dude.
They couldn't buy nothing on Hickonock. They don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They're faking. You can't hear that for street shit if you're not a street person. I'm from the 90s. The people we glorified, we didn't just glorify them because they were great rappers. They were also prolific rappers. But we glorified them because the way they described certain things, they were real. And you knew they were real. And that was what made us love them. We love certain people because they're fucking... ODB was real. You know crazy people like that. I mean, he was crazy, but dudes, people like Malcolm X. Wu-Tang made perfect sense. They look like guys there where you live. However, for this, why is this different? You could tell when someone knows what they're talking about, when someone don't. When someone says, like for instance, and it's the I just talked about I talked about it with Pina Pay. I did an interview with them, and they were like the Elon thing, and I'm like, man, some of these people really believe in these positions. Look at Venus. Like, I don't know if anybody is watching Venus, but Venus got damn near fucking mental health support groups going on Telegram. I know that. I'm in them. Like, they're just keeping each other up and convincing each other to hold and staying good and waiting for this release of this thing. And they're really trying hard. It's hard. to fuck somebody like that. So that's what all this is about. It's about community. It's about togetherness. And I'll tell y'all something that I probably should. One of the first things I told Easy. Let me be very clear. I like Easy. I like Easy. I like you, bro. You know I like you a lot.
I like you.
I said, yo, this is the exact and when I start lying, you correct me, yo. When I said to him, listen, this is a wonderful space. I love this. But let me tell you something. This little bullshit boat I just jumped off of in this new world, and Easy goes, oh, Kane, you're not bullshit. I said, my nigga, I'm not bullshit, but this is a bullshit boat. I know my reality. I'm from England. England wasn't very nice to me. I'm here for religious freedom. I need to go as far, but England's right behind me. They coming. Big business, the music business, the art industry, they're all coming. Big boats, way bigger than I can afford. Them niggas kill Indians. I need you to take me as far that way as you know how to go. I'll make friends along the way, but I need you to take as far that way as you can, as you know how to take me. And Easy goes, that was a great analogy. I said, my nigga, stop talking about my analogies. Take me to go on this beach. Is that what I said? Is that what
that is like very, very close to even like the specific words you used. But yes, and it clicked because I was like, when you started kind of giving that to me, and I was like, oh man, well, I could already tell we'd only talked like a little bit. And I was like, oh man, no, you ain't bullshit. And you were like, just check it out, and dropped that on me. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, we got to like get back into the what do they call that? Like the dead lands or something, where nobody goes, up in like the middle of the desert in Utah or something. The Badlands. Yeah, we got to get into deep into the Badlands.
They don't know no different. But I'll make friends in the Badlands. I promise I will. I just need to go far that way. Because the people that are coming to crypto don't want freedom. They want control. I know who they are. They controlled rap. By the time I got to rap, there was castles already built. The shit that I'm doing, and like, I have a show, and I don't want to cross-promote platforms or whatever. I have a show on Token Smart coming. And it's going to be great. Dude. And it's going to be fun. And the title of the show...
Talk about it.
The title of the show is still somewhere split between calling it neighborhood jewelry and calling it public school. And then, yeah, because I say that a lot. So I have a whole thing for each one, and I'm going to bring guests, and it's going to be good, and we're going to help bring people in and give them a safe space. But the point I make is like, some of the things I've gotten is because I make friends, and I've been really in this space, and I really love. Well, hey man, I saw that chat. I would love to be on any platform that would have me. Token Smart is where I spend a lot of my time because I'm not that bright, and I've been here for 10 minutes. I just learned about Lad City, but I love Lad City. I was on Lad City earlier. I love all this shit. I'm not against anything. Some of the dickheads on Clubhouse, I'm against that, but I'm not against anybody in particular. So I want everybody to win. And what I've seen is the people who are coming don't want this. They want control. But that goes against decentralization. Another thing that I've learned since I've been hanging around that I actually haven't told Easy. Now, I haven't told you this, B. Y'all niggas ain't Indians. It took me a minute. Y'all not Indians. Y'all could kill those motherfuckers the minute they step off their boat. Anytime somebody launches something that's not righteous, the market could tank it. We can kill anything we want to. Look at GameStop.
That's power right AMC. There.
Look at AMC. I don't have a lot of shares. I'm not a very rich man. I don't have a lot of shares. I have less than 50. I got 20. But that's a lot for me because I'm an El Poro. I make poor financial decisions. I buy magic beans. So the point I make is like, when these people come, no one can really defeat this space. I didn't learn that until later. This space is comprised mostly of the people you tap for STEM. And when you add art to STEM, what you get? Steam. Steam will bust some shit if you don't contain it right. Steam will fuck you up if you don't treat it right. You ain't got nothing smarter than Steam. So the thing with this space is you better be nice to it. And I don't know if the quote unquote powers that be, whatever your definition of that is, understand that just yet. And like I have people ask me, yeah, this is all a fad, right? Nah.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
Bitcoin's fake. Bitcoin's fake. Cryptocurrency is fake. I was like, it ain't no faker than your dollar. What's the difference? This is actually real. Well, what about? I had an argument with my neighbor because he wants to be in my business, so he got like the dickhead to me. He's like, I heard you're doing the crypto thing, man, like NFTs. How do you rationalize? And this he closed his eyes when he said it, so I know he's full of shit. How do you rationalize the environmental impact? I said, well, I don't know. What's the environmental impact of the banking system? What's the environmental impact of the war machine this country has out there? All of a sudden, you care about it. My nigga, you don't fucking recycle. I see every Wednesday your curb is clear. You don't fucking recycle. Don't tell me about environmental impact. You ain't allowed to do that. You're not allowed to attack this space. I care more about the integrity of this space than I do the integrity of some bullshit play. And when people step over here, what I've found is you can tell in the first 10 seconds what they're here for. People who are here for a money grab will lose. They'll lose because they don't move with righteousness.
No long-term vision.
We just talked about it on Bullish and Bearish. The pickles, right?
Yep.
It's silly. I know, it's silly. So what? Some of us are silly. Isn't that crazy?
It is. It's crazy. I mean, the crazy thing is like you were saying, how, you know, the big wigs are coming, and they're coming hard. They're gunning for us because this is a threat. We are a threat to the status quo. That is why this is like a revolution, because you're able to take back power, cut out middlemen, have smart contracts where you can have a trustless exchange. You can not have a, you know, overseer tell you how you can be creative and then take most of the money. Like this is a threat to the mainstream, and that's why you get things like, you know, coordinated attacks on NFTs are so bad because they're ruining the world. Meanwhile, you're blowing your hair with a hair dryer, using a non-recyclable like plastic whatever, driving down the road, using, you know, agrochemical, pharmaceutical mafia, war machine, everything. So it just doesn't, it falls flat. It falls completely flat unless you are a tool of the system, and then you just regurgitate that kind of thing. I mean, I'm all for saving the planet, but there are many, many areas in daily life that don't get focused that should. And they're just like, oh, but it's NFTs. They're going to ruin the planet.
By the way, I love when Easy gets all riled up. It's my favorite version of Easy. because no, seriously, if you're listening to this, you hear him, and I know he sounds mad level-headed, like 90% of the time. He's fucking crazy. Let me tell you something. That nigga's fucking crazy, B. He'll pipe bomb. Not pipe. I'm not saying that. There's no laws being broken over here because Lad City does not support the something, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a financial advisor. Point is, that nigga wild as fuck. Yo, if there was a chair getting thrown through a window, my money's on him. Because he's hardcore. I watched you argue with someone in a comment, I ain't gonna say where, in a comment section about fiat. You remember that?
Yeah, dude. I will. I think I remember telling them, well, then like bring it on the mic or something, and I don't believe they did.
Yo, no, they fucking did, because you were crazy as shit. You invited them to a verbal square dance. You're fucking nuts. I love that shit though. Point I make, right? If you look at that, and we got our maxis, they got theirs. That's all good. Everybody deserves to believe in their fucking gods, as fake as they may be. This doesn't go away. You can't shimmy shake it. And for anyone out there who creates art, for anyone out there who creates content, for anyone out there who you're fucking with your computer, you don't think it's good enough, but you're retweeting people, you're active, and you're hoarding your little project. I don't call it little to be little. I call it little because I want you to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? You're hoarding your project because you don't think it's ready. For those people, and whether you paint, design, like shout to Space Painter. Space Painter gave me some good big brother talk the other day, which can't thank son enough for that. Whether you do any of that stuff or not, I want you to imagine something. I promise I'm going somewhere. I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine a world where vampires are real. I know I'm fucking nuts, but I'm going somewhere. I promise. Imagine a world where vampires are real. Not like they exist. Like, oh, they exist in a castle somewhere far from your house. Nah, they're real. They're socially accepted. Like the vampire knocks on your door, you let him drink your blood. Of course, he's not going to turn you into a vampire. He's not going to kill you. There's laws against that. You have to feed a vampire. We don't want hungry vampires now. Hey, Jimmy, you were in the shower the other day. You didn't answer your door when the vampire knocked. What happened? Oh, I was taking a shower. Yeah, but your water bill says you. Imagine that world. Just imagine it. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Sci-fi. It's a good show. That's how I feel. I feel like what I want is sci-fi to people. That's what I want. That's how crazy what I want is. It seems like science fiction that I want a world where people don't drink my blood. See, the world you just imagined, and I live in that world. It's called being an artist.
Yo.
Artist to fucking consumer. It's crazy. Bananas. Really? Is it really? Is it so crazy to have a perpetual royalty? Is it so crazy to fathom a world where these people don't drink our fucking blood? Is it really that crazy, yo? Am I really that nuts? Am I so crazy to think that Vincent van Gogh didn't die? Master painter Vincent van Gogh, he died, Vinny the broke-ass nothing, living with his brother Theodore, who sold one painting in his whole fucking life, the Red Vineyard, for 400 francs. I got it on my wall. A reprint. I'm not fancy, but I got it on my wall. Is it that crazy? It's not, man. And that's what's scary to them. That's what's really scary,
dude. I mean, and you know, for a lot of people, like coming into the space and finding it new and exciting, it can open up these doors, and you can maybe have your chance to be an artist or you know, a musician, or to create some DeFi platform or some crazy pickle that is actually nothing. You could do all sorts of shit, but for people like you who've lived through, for example, the rap industry, and with talent, but not been able to get, you know, up there because it's like you said, the castles were already built, the gates were up, the moats were up. If you don't have a ticket across the drawbridge, then you don't get in. So like I think there's so much passion to even yet to be had from other artists discovering this space and being able to really cut loose and connect directly with, you know, their peeps and be able to earn something without someone like, you know, lording everything over your head that you got to do this, you can't do that, you're not good enough here, you got to change that, and then only you just get a little pittance. I mean, it's powerful, man. I understand why you would you know, have the passion that you do for this space, and it's you know again, mad props for just like sticking with what you believe in and trying to bring that into the space. Like I knew you were going to fit in at Lad City, like just, you know, slide in like butter, because over here it's, you know, we have the OVOT, our vibe, our tribe, and most of the people that have found their way here realized and felt a connection with the other people here because we're all here. Maybe we have different interests, but we're doing the same thing. We're working towards a better future. We're building this city, this metaverse, virtual everywhere city where you can come and be with other people in your tribe and talk about real shit and you know, express yourself and find support and find ideas and get criticized like here and there for, you know, constructively criticize, to be like, dude, this you could do better that way, or like that is what Lad City is. And in fact, the other week, I jumped on Crypto Buffalo's Lad's radio show, and it had been a while since I had hopped on, and I'd been meaning to, and we kind of caught up a little about Miami. And I don't think I told them who. I don't think I told them it was you, but I said someone is going to be starting up a comedy show over in Token Smart. And I didn't want to say who or what because I didn't want to spill beans. I wanted you to announce that. And just so everybody knows, that was Alpha Leak right here. Nobody really outside knows about this comedy show firing up over there, that it's Kane, and those names were a total alpha drop here too. And I love Public School. I gotta say, that one just like clicked for me for some reason.
That was Ishmael, man. Ishmael is the person that designed my logo. For anyone listening, I want you to just understand. Look how he talks. Slide in like butter. Come with me over to Easy Street. There's no way you think that's not a brothel. There's no way that anyone who's watching thinks he's not inviting you to some sort of a sex party. And frankly, I wasn't gonna fuck nobody. I was gonna go out of respect. I was gonna go. I suck a titty. That's not cheating. I was gonna just go and have fun and enjoy myself, have a couple cocktails, and just enjoy myself. Not cocktails in the cock in the tail. I don't want that. But I just wanted to enjoy myself and soak in the ambiance. And there's usually a buffet. I haven't been. I've just heard. I heard there's a buffet, and if the chicken, no one touches the wings because their hands are dirty, and it's gross. So and the point is, there's never no beans to be spilled. Anything that's happened, and someone asked me in my DMs the other day, is like, how are you able to make these moves? How are you able to make this stuff happen? And I said, I'm trained for a different game. I'm not used to people being nice to me. That sounds crazy, but in rap, you don't really have a lot of people being nice to you, not without ulterior motives. This community is so helpful. I've had a fucking vast cornucopia of stupid ass questions that I've had to ask people because I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm public school, man. I don't know. So I have to ask and have someone explain it to me. And people have been so fucking nice. And they go, well, how are you able to do all this? And I go, bro, when I got to rap, it was the late to mid 2000s. Like, the castles have already been built. You're not going in the front door. There's 3 generations of guards. He'll stab you to make his granddad proud. You got to sneak in through the sewers. You got to be friends with the cellar master and all this stuff that I've always had to do because my art's not good enough. And I said it in a song that I'm going to make an NFT for that you can't find nowhere. And it said, world stars say I ain't hood enough. Blogs say no cosign, you can't put them up. A&Rs just laugh in your face. I could dream, but I see that I'm last in the race. They asking for dough before they actually play your shit. Fuck if it's cool. Take your ass to the bank. And through the process, my moms get sicker. My dogs say cheer up. My thoughts say give up. I'm lost. I picked up and moved 6 times since the fall. I'm a fall. So I'm staring out a window in the Bronx. I can make it. I can shit this motherfucker to the floor if I hold on. And I'm going to shout to Ron. He's a photographer from Baltimore. Probably one of the best photographers I ever met in my life. I seen his work. I seen his portfolio. The one at his house. Like I seen the shit. He never put his shit on Instagram. He never put his shit on Twitter. He never put his shit on these sites. He never did it. He never played the games to the point where people thought he stopped taking pictures. And that's criminal for someone as talented as he is. And he said, if it was all for this, then it was worth it. And that it shook me for like 3 days. I had to call him back. Like, yo, son, I can't sleep. Like the shit you said to me. If it was all for this, it was worth it. Rapping is not a glorious lifestyle. It's not a fun lifestyle. It's a lot of lonely bus stations. It's a lot of one-way tickets. It's a lot of loneliness. It's a lot of heartbreak. It's a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people laugh at you. They laugh at you because what you do ain't serious. Art is not a serious quote unquote job. They laugh at you. And you're just chasing a dream. And if it was all for this, if everything I went through was for this, then it was worth it. I'd do it again. I'd do it twice, every day of the week, twice on Sunday. because this is worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know. It's been basically complete changed my life. And like you said some things earlier, like, oh man, like I almost broke up with my girl over this and stuff. And like that, dude, no joke. Like that pretty much most the people I know in the space went through like rough stuff with their spouses, myself included. Like this is like you're spending too much time on it, it's a fad or it's not real somehow, it's like fake money and da da da. And I was like, no, I believe in myself, I'm investing in myself by learning this stuff, by being active, by meeting these people, by finally getting like my photography up and you know people actually bought it. Like you know this was like years of struggle to get to a space and a place where I can be like, ah, yeah, my girl's like, I'm so proud of you, babe. Like, you know, like it's flipped, and it's like it feels good to have stuck it through. And you know, for people out there that are struggling, stay with it, because you never know, just like tomorrow could be the day where like that turns around, or the next day. Like if you've already put in all this work, don't just bail because people are like, oh well, that's not real, you're getting duped or whatever it is. Like if you truly believe it to your core, that's why you're here in Lad City. That's why, like, keep going, like share your ideas, reach out to people. Like Kane was saying, so many people have open doors to just take calls. Like, dude, I take calls on, like, you know, my weekdays are so full now. Like when people hit me up and they're like, yo, Easy, I'd like to like tell you about my project and bounce some ideas off you. I'm like, okay, well, like I'll set aside some time on the weekend for calls like that so I can still do that, because I received the same. I was like, you know, treated extremely warmly and explain, like would have questions and would have things thoroughly explained to me by reaching out to like the big artists in the space back then. And it's just, it's an amazing space to be in. And I'm stoked that you're here with us.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna read a quote to you. To all my family and friends, I'm a creative. I create. I don't have a 9 to 5. I have when I open my eyes to when I close them. When you see me in front of a computer, trust and believe I'm working. Mad skills. Shouts to mad skills. No one has to see it. And that's why it's important in those moments to reach out to, you know, our vibe, our tribe. Reach out to your tribe, man. Everyone doesn't understand. Everyone's not gonna understand. I don't expect everyone to understand. I'm zealous and I'm crazy and I talk so salesy because I have a lifetime of sales in me. So when I call people excited, just the tone of my voice, they start reaching for their wallet, like, oh, what is it? How much is this going to cost me? And I go, I don't want anything. I just want to tell you about this place where everyone's free. I'm free here. No, the fuck you're not. No, the fuck you're not. You think you're free? Word? Is you? You're not. So this is real. You know, it's a lunchroom. And that's why the public school, and that's why as of right now, it will be called public school. Easy gave it the
Nice.
blessing. It will be called public school. And I have a whole thing of different segments, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious because I'm stupid and it's gonna be fun. Point is, for everybody that can hear this or replaying this or whatever the situation is, right? No matter where you go in this space, you're talking to people who believe in the same deity as you. They believe in decentralization. They believe in it. You have differences on coins. That's okay, man. And there's maxis for everything. I was a stock maxi. You could not imagine how I talked to people when I got in mortgages. I talked to him like he was literally sucking a dildo in front of me. And he's like, hey, good to meet you, man. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking lunch break. Fucking loser. I was nuts because I was a stock maxi. We're all capable of zealous behavior, right? You do particular NFTs. You do if you're a crypto kitties guy and you don't really fuck with people who do the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I get it. We're all maxis, right? What I'll say though, and this is what I said earlier in a tweet when I was brand new and I just saw these two dudes fighting over animals. And I'm like, yo, there's a dude with a fucking black beret on and a turtleneck in a gallery somewhere that thinks everything both of y'all do is shit. He thinks it's fake. And the enemy of your enemy is your friend, at least for now. You shut that dude down and everyone like him, you put his lights out, yeah, we can all fight in the backyard for supremacy. But until then, we might want to uncomfortably hold hands until the war is over. It hasn't even started yet.
Damn, dude, that's like the best argument right there I've heard for, you know, blockchain agnosticism. Straight up, straight up. I have nobody's just, you know, kind of said that clearly before while I've been watching or listening or hanging out. You know, there's always, you know, a lot of us here here in Lads, it's pretty agnostic. You know, we got people that like all sorts of different chains and different types of content, whether they're into gaming or they're into DeFi, or you mix those up, or you're just, you know, into collectible NFTs, or you know, you're just into like Bitcoin and ETH, like whatever. We're all pretty open, and that's part of what I love about this community. And there are definitely a lot of maxis out there. There's the, you know, the Bitcoin maxis that love to fight with the ETH maxis, and they're just going at it back and forth. And why won't someone tell them what you said and be like, look, you know, you could right now put down your beef on this and speak to the wider issue here, why you love Bitcoin. Oh, because it's decentralized and it's a store of value. Well, great. So then why would you fight Ethereum instead of the fiat system that has us all, you know, like you were saying, not only shackled at the wrist, but shackled in the mind, like where people just can't even get over the reality that, you know, there's nothing back in that dollar. It's just debt on top of debt.
What is the reason for that?
Use it.
There's a reason for that. The reason why no one said it that way is because you're all way fucking smarter than me. Let's just start with that. That's the first reason. You're fucking way smarter than me. That's ridiculous. The people I met in space, fucking nuts. I have a gargantuan, and not an ego, but I believe in myself. You know, like I don't walk into a room and tuck my tail in my vagina. This is not something that I do. I'm comfortable in my skin wherever I go. In this space, and I'm a good rapper, like I'm deadly, but in this space, really, bro, it's like fucking 5th grade science class. This motherfucker went home, took apart every remote control in his house and built a robot, and you gonna put him right next to me? I'm adding extra food coloring to my bullshit baking soda volcano, trying to give it some pizzazz, but this fucking guy, there's no way I'm getting that. So yeah, that's the first reason. The second reason, and if you don't know this place or you don't understand this, I'll explain to you. I'm from Amityville. Amityville is a separated, first of all, North and South. North and South Amityville are like the Amityville horror. That's where I'm from, Amityville. The Amityville horror you heard, that's from South Amityville. We can't go there. You ride your bike across the railroad tracks because Long Island still separates towns by railroad tracks. You're gonna stop you. Cops are gonna stop you on your bike. Where the fuck you little black kids think you're going? Fuck back to your side of town. But on our side of town, we cut it up too. We got new homes. This is new home development. They're still us, but they live in fancier houses. There's the flat tops. Certain architecture made the tops of all their houses flat, like a little mushroom village. We call them flat tops. There's the 40s, which is just blocks that start with the number 4. I'm from the sticks, where all the blocks are named after trees. I grew up on Birch Road, off of E Street, Pine, Walnut. That's where I'm from. And we all fight. We fight. Oh, you're from the 40s. I don't like you. We fight. We'll fight to the death. We'll shoot at you and each other because you're from a different side of the same town as me.
Crazy.
But when someone from another town comes, I'm going to put that aside and we're going to beat the shit out of them. And I'll fight you later at school.
Yeah.
And I think there's a piece of that we can all take. I don't mind going to war with somebody over some shit that I think is dumb. But you got to understand that we're all family. This is family. Family ain't got to like each other. I don't like a couple motherfuckers I'm related to. We have a thing. I'll tell you some real shit. We have a thing in my family called Boozer Palooza. Where my cousin's name is Boozer. It was his idea. If it was my idea, it became Palooza. But I actually had one Kane Palooza, but that's not the point. Boozer Palooza. We don't invite everybody. There's cousins that have never been to a palooza because we don't fucking like them. They're suckers. We don't want them around. You don't have to like everybody in your family. But if someone from another house comes over, well, yeah, that's my cousin. And I don't care if it's an ape. I don't care if it's a baby llama. I don't care if it's a fucking punk. I don't care if it's a kitty. I don't care what it is. If it's a fucking skeleton man. Killing apes is weird. I know some people are like racially triggered by that. I'm personally not, but I'm not here to judge nobody's and how they process their trauma. The point is, I'll beat the shit out of you for a fucking Bored Ape Yacht Club before I fucking fight a Bored Ape Yacht Club to defend some cocksucker at Merrill Lynch. Yo. I'll punch you directly in the fucking face for a pickle. A goddamn shout to County Digital for a fucking pickle. I'll punch you in the face for a pickle before I let you talk bad about that pickle because you don't understand it and you're a hedge fund or you're an art gallery or you're someone who doesn't believe in this space. Because I know one thing about that pickle, you didn't buy that shit with dollars. I know one thing about that ape, that llama, that kitty, that punk, they ain't buy that shit with euros. They bought it with crypto. That means we're all the same, at least to them.
Yep. Especially to them. Yeah, that's some great shit right there. You know, we need to band together in the you're an analogy master. Like the whole like, yeah, you don't love like, yeah, you love, okay, you got family members and you're like, man, I can't stand this cousin or that cousin or whatever. But if someone were to step to them, all of a sudden you will throw down with everything because that's a family member. So even though we may not agree with everybody in the space, we are in the space together. So, you know, there should be support there. There can be criticism, there can be some throwdowns, but there should always be the support to defend people that are, you know, trying to do stuff in the space. I mean, you might get someone that comes in and just does a total rip-off rug pull. Yeah, we can beat them up and toss them out. But the majority are here because for the same reasons that I'm here, for the same reasons that you're here, to explore a different way of life where you're not just tied down to that 9 to 5 and you have more control over your own destiny. That's what, you know, blockchain can do. That's what NFTs can do. So
I'm glad you mentioned
I 100 agree.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned it because, like, okay, rug pulls, yeah, we got to do something about that. And we can only move as fast as the slowest members of our society. Granted, this space, very smart people. I am in the slower members of this society. It's fucking weird for me. No, something for real. I'll buy, I realized something about me. I'll buy anything a wizard sells me because I just trust, you know, a wizard's never lied to me, yo. Like, Gandalf is a cool motherfucker. Like, Gandalf ain't a lying motherfucker. If Gandalf sold you something, it's probably fucking legit. To me, I'm 6. I'm a fucking idiot. So I bought some wild shit that's who knows what's gonna happen, and I'm holding it and whatever. I wish there was someone there to say, "Hey, Kate, don't buy that," but I was like, "Oh, the wizard!" So I'm bullish on wizards. If fucking any kind of wizard can sell me anything, apparently. By the way, don't dress up like a wizard because I'll buy things, and I'm not comfortable with people knowing that about me. Point is, yeah, there's rug pulls and things we got to get together as a community, and we could deal with that internally. But the point of that is, like, no one has to know about that. How we discipline ourselves and how we regiment ourselves, and we can viciously attack the fucked up shit that's in our community quietly.
Yep.
But everything we do is on a spotlight. Let's just be clear. We're trying to stabilize a fucking dollar here. You understand? There's very wealthy people in this country, very powerful, wealthy people. Who wants to be a bag holder on Prussian francs? Let's talk about that. Who wants to be the bag holder on $500 million worth of Prussian fucking francs? It's worth nothing right now.
Yep.
But someone was rich in that shit, and they ended up a bag holder in it. There are people who would rip this fucking planet apart before they share it with you equitably.
True.
They'll burn this shit to the ground. They'll pollute every ocean. They'll fry the fucking air. They'll destroy every tree. before they let us just be happy or free or not having to pay a toll for breathing.
Yep.
And that's what you're really up against. You're not up against each other. None of us are capable of that kind of malevolence. You can't. You just can't. They're not in this space. It doesn't. You can hate stuff, but still not. No one wants to poison their own drinking water. But there are people who would poison our fucking drinking water to stop you from making them poor people. I know. I was a stockbroker. Some of my maxims from that era in my life would horrify you. I'd rather be dead than broke again. I said that to myself every morning. I'd rather be dead than broke again. That's the mantra of a person who will burn your village for extra lumber.
Right. Damn. Yeah. No, and that is, I mean, that is the, that is the system. That is those are the people that are up on pedestals, unfortunately. And they have really good masks and stuff that they wear when they go to move their lips on the television. But yeah, that's, that is the ultimate pinnacle, to be so ruthless, to be such a psychopath that you will poison a baby to make a penny. So this is the alternative. We are the alternative. So we got to stick together and have each other's backs and put in the work. It takes hard work. It takes grinding. It takes doing it every day.
Easy. What you're missing is if 100 babies get poisoned, that's $1. Now, if you take that dollar, you multiply that dollar by the average cost of rate of exchange of the DAX, that dollar will make me $1.22 over the span of every course of a fiscal year. So what you're really saying is you're against profits.
Right. See that, and there's the argument. there's the nice wrapped up in a bow. It's, it's explained with some charts, and so that everybody then would say, oh, well, I guess you're right, because you're the guy in the fanciest suit at the head of the table in the boardroom, right? So then I walk away like feeling like I'm an idiot for saying like we shouldn't slaughter babies for a penny. And at the end, everybody's like, oh, yes, we should definitely slaughter the babies. That's right. It turns into $2,000 at the end of the quarter.
Because we sterilize it. And ultimately, It's with them. It's all just with them. What's in it for me? But you can't build a community that way. You can profit off of a community that way, but you can't build a community that way. So I think where we live and breathe and how we are, you have to understand what capitalism really means. And I'm not saying again. I'm assuming everyone who's listening understands what it means. But poor people aren't free. Like I don't want to rap. I'm not trying to rap. But what I said, and I'm rhyming. So what I said was, if money over everything, and $1 is a debt, then to owe is your wedding ring. You follow that? Gold backs the dollar. They switched the notes made by ghosts because gold's common. But China said the world flat, broke, bought the debt, forced the debt, selling now they want to buy your gold back. And this is all gibberish for people who ain't into this. For those in the know, put a finger to your nose. I'm tripping. Just a penny for your thoughts. Every pen is reinforced, just in case we gotta go. But take away the power grid. A couple of years later, kick them niggas out of prison as a folk. Reinforced. I'm veering off my beat. I got these ideas. I take them off the dome. Like poor people free. Well, I disagree. Trying to leave in mass. They put that book into your dome, but first they have a travel tax. Imagine that. You have to pay them for the privilege of the globe. So if you live in Po, they call you tap water mo. What's the over-under average you make it out the hole? Uncle Sam Goldie. You keep his bitches broke. Passport fees, you get the trip in this revolt. It's the world they live in, with Pearl Gates chilling in the clouds waiting for you if you let them take your soul. Never let them take your passion. That's how I really fucking feel.
Boom.
I can't express that shit on a fucking rap record, nigga. Who buying that? Nobody. But in this space, I think it resonates because we're all the proletariat here.
Boom. I told people, y'all gonna love Kane. I know from the reactions here that everybody's loving what you're bringing. I mean, yeah, there we go. Can we have Kane back every week? This is awesome, and I know that you now that you've found Lab City, you're going to be coming rolling through, hanging out. There's great other shows. There'll be chances for you to get on the mic at other times. And I know there's some comedy stuff coming to Lad City too. So I'm hoping in the future, like maybe we do some little cross pollination between the comedy over in Token Smart and the comedy that fires up here, and have some like guest appearances back and forth and stuff. Usually we keep it to like an hour, kind of tight. But we gone on over a little bit, but I don't want to quite end it yet. If that's okay with everybody, I'm sure it is. I wanted to just give a chance for people to see your memes, or to hear about a little bit of your brother's memes, and maybe Nifty Q can pull those up over on the YouTube for the people that are watching there.
Yeah, I bet
Because this is a
that.
great way to just kind of wrap things up with a fun
God,
bow.
I hate your whole face. I hate your whole goddamn face.
I gotcha. You thought you were escaping.
We were having such a meaningful conversation. Why would you do this to me?
We were because I know I know that I get to poke the bear a little.
Damn it, we were accomplishing things. I gave a rallying cry. It's not for you. So I'll tell you the real story. My brother is my hero. My brother is the smartest, best human being I've ever met, and not because he's my brother, because I'm a critical thinker. Like I call bullshit where I see it. My brother is he doesn't lies. He doesn't cheat at anything. It's beneath him. He's Nigerian, and not the Prince emailing you for the help him get out of Uganda way. He's the other kind. He's too good to betray himself. He's just he didn't need fucking parents, yo. Like, you could have dropped this cocksucker in the woods, he would have raised himself. He's just a better person than anyone I've ever met. He's definitely, put it this way, the worst thing you could say about him is I'm his brother. And I mean that. Anyone who knows me, who like loves me, who, like, my girl's listening, she knows the worst thing you could say about my brother is I'm his brother. That's it. He's a great person. So I've always sought his approval. The best music I've ever heard in my life, I've always heard in his vehicle. Whether it was his Expedition or his whatever the fuck, the cube car the hamsters were driving in the commercial. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I think he has one of those now. I don't know what it is, but it's stupid. He always plays dope shit. The first time I ever heard Lupe Fiasco was in my brother's car. Lupe Fiasco was a hilarious name, by the way. It sounds like a cartoon cat, always up to trouble. Like, I was like, his name is what? Then I listened. He's like, nigga, shut up and listen. And I listened to it, and it was fucking amazing. The first time I heard Griselda, the first time I heard a lot of great music that I'm a super fan of and crazy on, he played it for me. Point is, when I started rapping, all I really wanted was my brother's approval. And the first day I got it, and I'm not trying to make the story longer than it has to be, but the first time I got it was in my house, my first home that I bought, I built. I ended up losing it because, life will throw you a curveball and try to break it. Point is, I'm sitting in my little computer room typing some shit on MySpace or whatever the fuck was the thing back then, and I hear this very familiar doom 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 doom, and it sounds, is that my song? And I look out the window, and it's my brother, and he's walking into my house to come do laundry, and that was like the best verification of, he actually made a Facebook post a long time ago. If anybody finds it, I'll send you an airdrop. No, dead ass. I'll send you, if you can find the post my brother made about me, I'll send you an airdrop. And he said, as much as I want to tell you, it's something to the effect of, as much as I want to tell you to quit this bullshit rapping thing and pursue fixing your problems, of which you have many. I want to say he said that. I can't. This is undeniable music. Go for it. And I did. And he's my biggest fan, even though we're not very emotional with each other. Like, he's my guy. So when I started rapping and really started moving the chains, like really moving and shaking shit up locally, I'm getting in the papers, and national blogs are covering me, which is, once upon a time, blogs were a thing, and people really cared what they thought. It's fucking crazy now. Some nigga on Twitter just outranks them, but whatever. Point is, he started making fucking memes. Now, let me be clear. At first, the memes were very complimentary because I love my brother and he doesn't want to hurt me. He knows he can say some foul shit to me and ruin my whole day. So at first, the memes were very fucking nice. I'm Superman. I'm Iron Man. I'm like all these conquering heroes. So I would and it was cool. So he put my face in pictures. So I would tag him in this shit on Facebook. Like, oh, my brother made this. Oh, not thinking people started following him. And then one day, them shit started getting fucking disrespectful, yo. Like, them shits wasn't funny no more, B. He had me on a fucking bearskin rug with my dick out, like my logo was covering my slam bone, and I'm posing mad unsavory, looking just mad, just crazy. It's awful. And it's not funny to me. And he goes, post it. And I was like, nigga, I'm not posting that. Fuck you. He goes, post it or I'm posting it. You have 200 Facebook friends. Do what you want. I don't care what you do. And he posted it. He did not have 200 Facebook friends at that point. I did not take into account how many people have been following him. So that just started to get out. And now he has me in this fucked up hostage situation where if I don't post the awful pictures he makes of me, he posts it, or he posts something worse. So when I started doing NFTs, I'm like, okay, I didn't even think about him. He's like, what you doing over there? Oh, I'm doing this, and I'm zealous. I'm doing this, man, and it's great. You would love it. I'm free, and I'm a big artist, and I'm a big, I'm a big butterfly. And he goes, oh yeah, what's up with my memes? I'm like, your memes don't. This is art, man. This is not. He's like, yeah, post them. So he made me create him a fucking collection. He has his own collection on OpenSea. The son of a bitch is selling. It makes me so fucking mad. I hate that Easy bought one so fucking much. I hate that you fucking bought that shit. It makes me so fucking mad. So he has this collection of me looking very stupid, and that's what the thing is. That the collection is called "My Brother Is a Jerk." So I try to make it fun because I have to fucking play along. So if you get the picture, you also get to see my reaction to it. I write the reaction in the description. And we're going to do a little contest coming up because he likes Louis C for whatever goddamn reason. And he thinks contests are fun because he's fucking dick. And by the way, if you like those pictures, you're a bad person. You're a mean man, and you're a bad lady, and you're awful. So don't, it makes me sad. Don't do it because it's hurtful. Anyway, point is, those things are for sale. They're on OpenSea. We're going to do a little contest thing. I don't want to do a treasure hunt because y'all are all super villains, but he likes treasure hunts. And so we may do a treasure hunt, but it's going to be fun or something. And that's all I have to say about that. Are you there? Oh, I lost Easy. What the fuck is Easy?
Okay, am I back?
Now
Am I
you're back,
back?
yeah. There
Oh
you
man,
go.
I was talking, I was laughing at you, I was talking. I just didn't know that somehow Discord had like given me the boot or something. But
I
yes,
bet you
I'm
were
here,
laughing.
dude.
I bet you
These
were fucking laughing.
I was
Shit.
laughing, bro. I know I can be a bad person sometimes, and these memes they crack my ass up. There, if you haven't seen them,
I want to say you were the first person to buy one, but you wasn't.
oh
My
damn,
fucking
someone beat me to it.
first DJ Black Magic. If you're listening to this, Go fuck yourself, man. You're a dick. Because you know what's fucked up is everyone likes them. Like, I realize somewhere along the line, people like to see me trip and fall down, have a poplet in my face, and that's what my brother does. And I can't fight him because he's bigger than me. As like, if you ever see me in person, I'm not a small guy, man. I'm 6'2", I'm fat and big. My brother's bigger than me. He's been bigger than me my whole life. I can't beat him up. He'll beat the shit out of me. So I have to just take it. I have no recourse. He can embarrass me and then kick my ass for trying to fight him for it. It's not fair. So if you buy those, you're a dick, but whatever. And please buy them or whatever, because at least if they're selling, I can't worry about some sort of super repercussion coming down the line. I'm in a fucking bind here, people.
He's in a pickle. I love the memes. There's some of them, not all of them, but most of them have like, you know, you see it and it's just the still, but then when you click into it and you play it, there's like head movements, there's music, Kane saying a little something.
What the fuck is that about? Son, he got better technology. Yo, what the fuck is, I don't even know where he's getting this shit. He's not a rich guy, but he's all of a sudden capable of making me sing in Hindi. He has me singing in Hindi. And my eyes and my mouth and my facial tics, it fucking makes me so fine. Yo, I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I hate all y'all for buying it. And he fucking has me singing in Hindi. He had me in Boys in the Hood, but I wasn't like doing cool lines. I was singing opera. He's a fucking jerk. So my brother is a jerk. That is a collection on OpenSea. Buy one or two of them so he stops texting me. That's all I ask. One or two of them, he'll stop texting me. I can go back to making really cool crypto raps. Listen, I'll make really good raps for you if you just make them go away. I promise.
We're on it, bro. We're on it. Goddamn, this has been an absolute blast. My cheeks are already sore from smiling and laughing. The upper cheeks, not those other ones that.
Well, we all know what you meant.
Where your mind goes. No, this has been incredible. I think that we'll kind of wrap it up. But if there's anything that you didn't get to, you know, mention that you want to mention, and then also you're gonna have to come back. So like, you know, Easy Street's a little booked out, which is good. We're getting great guests and popular, but like in, you know, like is 6 or 8 weeks or something, maybe we'll get you back on and give people an update about what you're doing, how the, like, you know, horrible treasure hunt went. You can share the worst of your brother's memes with us, and we'll do this again.
So someone Oceans is saying freestyle, and I don't mind that. I'll say two things, and then I'll freestyle because Ocean said it. Two things. One, shouts to Lad City. Definitely shouts to Lad City. You know, our vibe, our tribe, man. Like I love it over here. I love the vibe. I love the tribe. Yo, throw that OVOT up, man. Like I love this shit over here, man. I'm gonna throw it up myself. Cause I love the energy. I've been popping in and out because, you know, I'm up. I've been doing 20-hour days, so I pop in Lad City randomly just to listen and be around. I love what everyone's about. Shouts to Elbow. Shouts to Carolina. Shouts to Fishbrain, Louis C. You know, the whole Cypher fam. Everybody's great. What I'll say is there's a joint called if you go to my Twitter, and I'm Kane Mayfield everywhere. Kane Mayfield, Kane like Big Daddy, Mayfield like Curtis. I'm Kane Mayfield everywhere. If you go to my Twitter, there's a joint called The World We Live In. It's on Rarible. Again, I know it's bad business, but you don't have to buy it. But if you listen to it, please, please, please just at me and tell me what you thought. That's cool. That's payment for me. Tell me what you think of that. That would make me feel very good, you know, just to hear. Even if you don't tell me it sucks, I'm cool with that too. I come from underground rap. You can't hurt me worse than they have. Believe me. You say the wildest shit to me, I'll be fine. So there's that. And as far as raps, because this is easy and because this is Easy Street, which is not a brothel for everybody listening. My girl's listening too. There are no bitches so easy to not airdrop me, bitches. I promise. If you did, I definitely wouldn't tell you, because she'll find it. She's fucking fed. Point is, as far as the raps, I'll give you some of cryptology, which is bullish as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So what I say is the Byzantine king, stats in my sock bulging, alpaca. Never see the bag I liked holding. You Foley, this hopium block. I'm fast paced. Peep the hash rate. You hold it or not. Move faster. Whales splashing. You in the pool being bitch. Missing the boat. We going over the side. 4-5 screens up. Overlook the beach and I beef her. A rose cost half of a pizza. I'm cold on the Doge. Bullish when I pull it. Calls froze. Tell them blue horseshoes. They're like Venus. This is taconomics. I've been bit since Barack Obama. Like I'm the plug. I can hot your wallet. Okay. So in the Lambo. And I was chain link since pre-pandemic. Your paper hands can't grip the damn ammo. Gotta pull the trigger, NFT print camo. Raspberry Pi, everything I buy, gamble. If 10D empty, I don't speak broke language. When I'm MC, fuck the mood and go past Thanos. Ron Pat and Patoshi. Ethereum, my stereo for simians and idiots. I'm trying to put us all past Saturn, a terminal. All that data, but my bonds are convertible. Man, Wall Street bets just murdered you. Boomer, look at all that data. You can't regulate what you can't fathom. Motherfucker. Ooh. Shouts also to Jay Skrilla. His wife, who is a very prolific crypto attorney, quoted in an interview that I would just fucking love to get my hands on. She literally told somebody, well, as Kane Mayfield said, you can't regulate what you can't fathom.
Hell yeah.
Give me that fucking clip. I will use it for rap evil. Also, shout out to Bitcoin Audio. We're sampling the sound of the blockchain and making beats at it. So the blockchain makes a sound. I have a mad scientist genius called Bitcoin Audio who has, through his own flux capacitors and aluminum space modulators, figured out how to sample that sound. And we're converting them into raps. And the first 50 Bitcoin that was sent to Hal Finney, we're turning that into this joint called Verse 50. I'm gonna give you 50 bars of that.
That's 50 bars, insane.
So it's gonna be live as fuck, yo. So if anyone's with me, man, please stay tuned. Whether I'm on this platform, another platform, yo, it's super duper love to everybody. We're here. Easy's the guy. You know what I'm saying? Easy is the fucking guy. Cypher fam, Church of Cypher, STD. Don't catch nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't catch nothing. But slap it. For those who you slap it, you know what we're talking about. Slap it one time. It took everything I had to say just now when I finished rapping. Now, the Cypher fan knows I really want to say it. I didn't say it though, because of respect.
Dude, slap it hard. Church of Cypher.
I didn't say that.
Lad City. Loving it. We're gonna wrap this up because we could just go on all night, but I know members of the team have things going on and whatnot. This was an absolute fire session on Easy Street. Thank you, Kane, for coming by. Really stoked that you got more introduced to the tribe, and I know you're going to be kicking it around here over in Lad City more in the future. And I'm stoked that you came over and kind of hopped in to check it out a little bit over the last day or two. That's really dope too. Yeah,
absolutely.
Just peace, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the Lad City. I don't know, admins or whoever's been helping me because I'm stupid, and you've been helping me. And when I don't know how to do something, and I just go, I don't know what I'm doing, and they all have been they've been so helpful because public school, so I don't know stuff. So when I go, I'm trying to get in the thing, it took me like 9 tries to get in Lad City. Because it's not the process. The process is fine. It's pilot error. I'm not that kind of smart. I'm like rap smart. I'm not like you smart. I'm not that kind of smart. By the way, you know what Easy for you? That motherfucker has a augmented reality T-shirt. I seen it. It's fucking crazy. It's wizardry, pure wizardry. You put a camera up to his shirt, and the shit starts moving like a fucking sorcerer. Who has that? It's bananas to me.
Yeah, so, that's dope. That's a Josie Bellini right there. That shirt, and yeah, it's pretty. This is my favorite shirt, straight up. Thing is like nothing else. It's like wizardry. I've that specific shirt has probably broken more people through to understand what what, you know, NFTs can do than any like amount of talking I could give them, because they're at a point where they just, it's not soaking in. They're like, oh, well, I don't know. And then you're like, oh, well, just look at this. And my shirt turns into money raining down and like the gas mask disappearing. And they're like, oh, wait, what? And then they want to listen all of a sudden. So yeah, getting
Oh,
the
100%.
magic out there.
If you're ever caught up and you're fed up and you're like too tired to explain what something is to somebody or to walk someone through it, yo, Easy, do you know hash rhymes? You know who that is?
Oh yeah, hash rhymes is a integral part of the Lad City community over here. Yeah, shout out hash rhymes, shout out Llama, shout out the Godfather himself, Nifty Q.
So get hash rhymes, because hash rhymes is the person who walked me through my very one of the text messages I sent him. Literally, I said, okay, I'm a purple bear with a green fig hat. I imagine that's good. I said that to him. And he said, a purple bear, I have no idea, but you're a nomad now. Congratulations. So
Nice.
please have the hash rhymes for helping Sherpa me through my own fucking ignorance and retard. I should have paid way more attention to school. Hash rhymes, I super apologize. It was weed and readily available pussy. I was a very distractible youth. It's not my fault. I promise I'm smart, just not the way you're smart. So thank you for being so patient with me.
Awesome. This show is just so much fun, my lord. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna get you back over here in one way or another soon, and I'm excited for the public schooling going down over in Token Smart. Of course, a lot of the lads are also over there. Big welcome, of course, to the Sunday Cypher. This Sunday, we're going to be doing a pretty special Sunday Cypher, as Cypher is launching on July 1st. So yeah, always welcome to have any of the lads come on over. And yeah, I think we just killed Easy Street right there. That was an incredible show. Thank you, bro.
Next time we do Easy Street, there will be prostitutes, and we're going to treat them like people. We're going to give them dinner because everyone deserves breakfast. I'm a big fan of omelets. We're going to make omelets for sex workers, and that will be the entire show. Just me telling you my omelet recipes and you listening to Ladies of the Evening. Enjoy them. Easy will be there. He's a happily married man. Neither of us will be touching these women. We're going to just make them eggs and then cut the cameras and mics off, and then we're going to talk about religion.
Cracking eggs. It's a plan. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, if you are tuning in over either live for the YouTube or you caught the replay, can't stress enough how much fun we have over in the Lad City Discord. All you got to do is type in ladz.city in any browser. That'll bring you over. Then you can start stacking lads, getting crazy with us in the chat. Until next time, our vibe, our tribe.